Go ahead. So excited. Come. Yes. Sit. Good girl. Wait. Abby. Look at me. Ooh, good girl. Okay, let's go. Come on, Abby, up my side. Wait. Yes. Good. Yes. Good girl. Okay. Good girl, Abby. All right, we have a little light here, so I'm gonna do a quick film. So we are on our morning walk. We are generally off leash on this entire walk. So there are certain rules that Abby has to follow to stay off leash when we go on walks. First, I test her recall. And more recently, I asked her to come by my side. So I do that because, well, she needs to be reliable off leash to come back to me. One, for her safety, my safety, but also there are a lot of people around here that are not dog friendly, and even though I know my dog is friendly, they don't know my dog is friendly. So it is my responsibility to make sure everybody around me is safe and everybody around me feels safe. So when we are already approaching someone, I just ask her to come to my side, and then we pass them, I release her to go back and be free, and then that's how we do our walks. So if at any point I call her and she does not come to me, then she loses off-leash privileges. So I mostly use positive reinforcement, but there are consequences to her actions now at this stage of life. She's 3 years old, she's a fully mature dog, so I need her to know that, you know, when I ask her to do something, I expect her to do it, and if not, we just have less access to more fun, you know? The more she does, the more fun we get. The less she does, we don't get as much fun. Good girl, Abby. So this is a blind corner. I don't like going around blind corners with her off leash. Abby, come. Yes. So I have her come to my side. Good girl, Abby. As we cross this blind corner. Good girl. Yes. Corner is empty. She's still here. So I say, okay. And she can go ahead. Yes. Abby, come. Yes. Good girl. Sit. Good girl, Abby. So if you didn't know, I didn't notice, there are, you know, scooters and bicycles on this path. She did really well. Sometimes those things scare her if she's not paying attention, but luckily she was ahead of me. So when it passed me, I was able to call her to me. So she saw it coming, and then she completed the behavior, came all the way to me and sat down, and then we proceeded. So she She did really well with that. I gave her lots of high value treats, but in this environment, a lot can go on. So I make sure I have high value treats. I make sure I'm paying attention to the environment, and I have this e-collar that I use as an emergency recall if anything did go. Maybe there's a deer and she's never seen a deer before, and she's so enamored by the deer she doesn't give a crap what I have to say. So there are things that I do to try to make sure I set her up for success. Like, I like walking early in the morning and doing off-leash training because there's much less people around, much less awake animals, and it is easier to try to keep her engaged with me, and she generally does really well in the morning. In the evening, after she's been cooped up all day, she kind of is a little bit more excited to be running around and smelling all the dogs that's been around this area. So just wanted to talk through what just happened there, because she did a really good job with that scooter. And yeah. All right, we have a dog coming up, so I'm gonna call her back, put her on leash. And this is another thing, right? Like, I have a light on her so that people with dogs know that there's a dog off leash. I just stepped out of my apartment this morning and there was a dog off leash who approached Abby. And I have a rule that Abby is not really allowed to approach other dogs when she's on leash. So that didn't go well. The dog was friendly, but Abby wanted to play and she had to break her rule. So I had to remove her from the situation. So I really try to be cognizant of other people and their dogs and what's in the best interest of everybody involved. Because it's not just my dog. My dog is super friendly. She's never bitten an animal or a person, but I don't know the other people's dogs and they don't know my dog. So that's some stuff that I do to make sure everybody feels comfortable. I'm gonna ask her to leash up. Abby, leash up. Yes, good girl. And we're back. The dog with their owner turned around, probably because they saw my dog off leash, but now she's on leash so that we can safely interact with our neighbors. So this walk is a different type of walk than you'll see me do a lot of the times. It's very casual. The leash is loose, but she's not necessarily at my side. She's free to sniff, use the bathroom, look around, do whatever she really wants, as long as she's not pulling me on this walk. So this is a casual leisure walk. In the next couple of videos, you'll probably see me doing a more structured exercise walk or a behavior walk where she is expected to stay at my side the whole time. So I just wanted to show you guys the little different types of walks that we do sometimes. This is a more relaxed version. Okay, we have our favorite ducks. Let's go. Leave it, Abby. Leave it. Good girl, Abby girl. Leave it. Good girl. Oh, oops. Good girl. So I gave her a little bit more freedom on the leash, and you saw how her being closer to the ducks and more free on the leash allowed her to be more excitable when she passed the ducks. I'm not going to treat her for that because she did react a little bit, but I did say good girl once we passed the ducks. Round. Yes. Okay. Yes. 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 Oh, yes. Wait, yes. Wait, yes. 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 Down. I hope you enjoyed our morning routine. Hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell to follow along for more adventures with Abby.